What you're looking at right now is a damselfly nymph. Now this damselfly is tied with weighted eyeballs. By this I mean with the bead chain eyeball. I tie mine like that because I want to use this on a dry line with a long leader. You can tie this same fly with unweighted eyeballs. You can make your own eyeballs, but I prefer to use this for this particular fly. Okay, I'll remove that and I'll show you how it's done. I'm going to use a number 12. It's a 1X nymphing hook. It's a straight eye hook. I prefer that for this particular fly. I'm going to use green thread. It's an olive green. Now, first thing I'm going to tie on here is the eyeballs. I'm going to tie the eyeballs on the underside. I'll show you how I lock that in. Now, as you can see, I've left myself some room between the eyeballs and the eye, and that's so I have room to put the head on top of that. At this stage, what I'll do is I lock tight the eyeballs in place. Now, you might have noticed I put super glue on the end of the eyeballs as well. That's because the bead chain can sometimes come out of there. This way it'll lock it in there, the piece that you have cut off. Alright, now I'm going to use a small oval, gold oval tinsel. Now run that right to the back of the hook. I'm going to use a green marabou for the tail. Now, keep in mind that this is a damsel. Damsels are very thin profile. Run your thread back up. Now I'm going to put my body material on. I'm using what was left over from the tail. I'll give myself another half hitch. I'll reverse wind my ribbing. Nice even segmentations. Now, I'm going to wrap that and trim my, I'm adding a little bit of oval on the top just for space. I'll raise the profile up because the eyes are on the bottom. Now, I'm going to put the wings on with marabou. And it doesn't take a big clump. By getting it wet, you're going to be able to place the wing where you want it, like so. Now, I'm going to put on a shellback. This will go over top of the thorax. I'm using a wing material. You could use scud back, you could use second skin, whatever you have handy. And it's going to go up like this. Now, I'm going to put on the legs. For the legs, I'm using a Hungarian partridge that I've prepared. You tree it and then you trim the tip so that you can tie it in. like so. Now, I'm going to use a dubbing twister, and I'm going to dub the thorax. It's a mixture of green seal with some UV properties and another material. I'm going to make a nice thin rope or chenille. Now I'll spin it, get it nice and thin. I don't want it too thick. Tying it off right behind the eyes. Like so. I'm cropping the excess off the top and the sides. Now I'm going to bring down my wing or legs. Make sure you tie them in right in the center, like so. Bring your wing case over. Now, making sure it's in the center, snug it up. Bring that back. Now I'm going to take a peacock herl to form the head. I'm going to take 2 strands. I'm going to trim the tip. Doesn't take very much. Wind it around your thread. tie that off. Bring your wing case or your head cover over. Now I'll just whip finish that. Put a little bit of head cement on there or my super glue. And that is the finished product with the legs. It makes a nice thin profile. And that's a damsel nymph. It's actually a very easy tie.